Hi everyone, I hope you're all having an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about something that is super important and something that makeup beginners tend to have a lot of problem with, which is finding your perfect concealer. By the end of this guide, you're going to know exactly what your best concealer is, and the next time you're in the store, you're not going to have a difficult time trying to find the one for you. You're going to know it. Okay, so we're first going to talk about what is concealer. I just want to briefly go over this. So concealer is a makeup product that is used to help cover blemishes, dark circles, and highlight certain areas of your face. It comes in three forms, which is liquid, cream, and stick. And it's typically applied right after foundation, and it's going to be about 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. Overall, concealer is an amazing and versatile product with many different uses that can help you achieve the look that you want. The first thing that we're going to go over is your skin type. And your skin type determines everything in your makeup routine. And so it's super important to keep this in mind when you're looking for a concealer. And, not using products that are made for your skin type can result in patchiness, oiliness, pilling, and other issues in the makeup world. The next time you purchase a concealer, I want you to keep your skin type in mind. So let's go over each skin type and what's best for you. Dry skin. So I want you to prioritize dewy finishes that include hydrating ingredients, and it's important to use hydrating ingredients to avoid patchiness and pilling. And I know that a lot of people with dry skin find that to be a huge issue, and you totally want to prevent that. And so using something that has hydrating ingredients in it will help to prevent that. Next up, for oily skin, prioritize longwear formulas with matte finishes, and the combination of both longwear and matte will help to prevent oil, and you're just not going to find yourself touching up your makeup as much. You can also use something like a sticky primer to set a strong base for your makeup to avoid makeup slipping off of your face, because that tends to be a huge issue for those with oily skin. So setting up a strong base can totally help to prevent that. Now, when it comes to combo skin, it's a little bit tricky, because you're not only dealing with one skin type, but two. But I would recommend using a matte longwear formula just as you would for oily skin, because typically those with combo skin have a lot of oily, like a majority of their face is oily. And so using something that is catered to that will help prevent it. But you can also try out both formulas and just play around with it and see how it looks and what works best for you. Now we're going to talk about the texture. So a lot of people don't think about this, but it's super important because, this is your base for your makeup. And so providing a makeup product that's like the right texture for your skin is going to totally help to give you a flawless finish. So there are three textures, and this was mentioned a little bit earlier, but it's liquid, cream, and stick form. So let's go over which is best for you. Liquid concealers are the most common and lightweight, which makes it great for quickly, concealing larger areas of your face. And this is great for those with dry skin. Cream concealers, on the other hand, have a thicker formula and are great for covering dark circles and blemishes. So if you find that you love liquid concealer, but you just need a little bit more coverage, try out cream concealer. It can be a little bit difficult to work with, but if you watch a video online, it should be super easy to figure out how to apply it. Now, when it comes to stick concealers, this is great for those who, if you're having to go to dinner and you need to touch up your makeup, this is a great way to just kind of quickly fix your base without ruining the rest of your makeup. It's also super versatile. You can stick it in your bag or your purse. It's not going to spill everywhere. It's pretty clean compared to, liquid concealer, because that explodes so much. And this is just a great way to prevent that. Now we're going to talk about the finish. So this really depends on the purpose you have for your concealer, but the finish is super important as well. And I'd recommend, just so that you can get the most out of your concealer, use one that you would use every day. That one that works for your everyday makeup look. Concealers range in finish from dewy to like super harsh full coverage matte. And so we're going to go over which is best for you. As mentioned before, dewy finishes are great for those with dry skin, while matte is great for oily skin. But dewy finishes can help to add moisture and hydration to your skin while providing comfortable, long wear finish results. That's the word. On the other hand, oily and combo skin should really be using matte longwear formulas, because typically the formula is actually designed to absorb the oil, just so that you don't have to keep touching up your skin and your makeup, which is super duper annoying, I know. So using something like that that's going to absorb the oil will definitely help. Now we're going to talk about your undertone. And undertone is something that a lot of people don't even think about when it comes to their makeup, but it's a really great way to get specific with what is going to look best on you. It's also going to help to, get a little bit more specific on what shade is going to look best on you. And I really love e.l.f. Cosmetics, because they actually include what undertone their makeup products are made for, which is great to see an affordable brand doing this. So if you've struggled with all the previous tips and you want to find your perfect concealer shade, try using one from your undertone. So let's go over the 3 undertones. The first one is a cool undertone, and this is going to normally have a mix of blue, pink, and red hues. On the other hand, warm undertones will consist of the opposite with yellow, golden, and peachier hues. Now, a neutral undertone is a little bit unique and it's a lot easier to determine if you have one. It's actually just going to look like you have no undertone. It's just going to look, you might have a slight, cooler, warm undertone, but typically it just looks like your skin tone and you have no undertone, which is not bad. That's fine and just makes it a lot easier for you. So we're going to go over 2 ways on how to find your undertones. So this is a little bit more general, but for some people, this is just like the easiest way to figure it out. So let's go over it. If you wear silver jewelry and you find that that looks best on you, this indicates that you have cooler undertones. On the other hand, if you wear gold jewelry and you find that that looks amazing on you and silver kind of just washes you out, this indicates warmer undertones. Personally, for me, gold jewelry looks the best on me, and I do have warmer undertones. So this is a great, way to kind of confirm what your undertone is. Now, if you find that both look good on you, this may indicate that you have neutral undertones, but this can be a little bit not as specific. So let's go over a more specific way to find it. So when you do this, so this is like the second way that we're going to go over, and you want to look at your wrist veins and make sure that you're in natural lighting. Take note of what your wrist veins look like. So let's go over this. So blue and purple wrist veins indicate that you have a cool undertone, while green or olive wrist veins indicate that you have a warm undertone. And blue-green veins can suggest that you have neutral undertones. And make sure to kind of get a flashlight and really like look specifically at your wrist veins, because this is a great way to also determine what your undertone is. Okay, now we're going to go over if you want a super bright under eye for your concealer, here is how you can get that. All you need to do is choose one shade lighter. So let's say that you're using one that looks really good, but you kind of want it to be a little bit lighter. Just go a shade down, and this is typically just the easiest way to do it, but I'm going to go over another way as well. Also, make sure to use a small amount. You don't want to be going out looking like a ghost, because that has happened to me before and it's not fun. So make sure you're using a small amount and prioritizing, a little bit, and just use that will go a long way. Okay, now we're going to talk about how you can lock in that concealer for a bright, long-lasting finish, and this is super easy to do. It's literally just one step that's going to make a huge difference in how your makeup looks and feels. So you're going to lock in your concealer with some setting powder. You can do this by sweeping either translucent or, shaded setting powder. Wait, okay, yeah. You can do this by either using translucent or, a shaded setting powder and sweeping it over your concealer to lock it in. I don't know why that has sound on it. I think, okay, anyways, but that is how you find your perfect concealer. And I hope this was helpful. I'll link my blog post down below if you want to learn a little bit more. I recommend the e.l.f. HD powder for a super great, long-lasting, bright concealer. It has glitters in it, and so that's, I really love it because it looks good on camera as well. I'll have my blog post review of that linked down below as well, but there you have it. That's how you find your perfect concealer. It can take some trial and error, which causes you to consider certain factors such as your skin type, undertone, and the texture that you want, but that now that you know all about that, it won't be difficult to find your perfect one. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the Beginner's Guide to Makeup to learn all about makeup for beginners, and there's tons of content on my channel and blog just like this. So feel free to read or watch to learn more. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.